So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun, Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 2nd catch for him today.
Giants.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a gain of 10.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Operating from the gun, Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action, Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the gun, Jones. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuck.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Tate on the return. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Their own 45-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
25-yard line.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
The ball carrier.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
A 3-yard.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Haskins to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Love. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now Jones. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Jones Off play action. He's going to look deep down and got his man complete.
Don't worry about it, baby. I ain't worried about it. Let's go.
All the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Complete to
Darius Slayton. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
On for the extra point.
The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating.
Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's brought down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They turn to Love on the handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Marcus Golden on the
tackle made by Marcus Golden.
on the play.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins, eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they're down to the 29-yard line. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Flush to his right. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
29-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Well, Saquon Barkley last year against Washington, he won many a fantasy league with his performance in Week 16. 189 yards rushing. That was the 3rd highest single-game total in the NFL all of last season. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check.
Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 39, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing, Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Operating from the gun, Haskins. He'll rifle it. It's caught inside the 25.
Oh, Richardson.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A gain of 11.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. The 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Washington. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0.